Grace and peace be unto you. Once again, I want to say thank you for joining me. My name is Barbara Fulmore, and I just want to encourage somebody on today that even though it's hard and even though you're going through, God has already dropped blessings. You know, God has already given us. We may not have all that we desire, but He's already given us all that we need. Scripture says that God will go before us, and I'm gonna stop right there because He did say He's gonna do some other things, level every mountain, make the crooked places straight, whatever the case may be. But God has already gone before you, right? So being that God has already gone before you, all you have to do is just keep walking because God has already made the way, right? I was talking to this guy. I saw this guy on the street and he looked unusual to me. And I said, "You all right?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm okay." And I said, "How you doing? Good morning." And he said, "I'm doing okay." He said, "Well, I'm not okay, but I am okay." And I said, "You all right?" And he said, "I am okay, but I'm not okay." And I said to him, I told him that, I asked him, "Is there anything I can do to help?" And he said, it would be too hard. And I said, "It would be too hard?" And he said, "Yeah, what he needed, it would have been too hard for me to do." I said, "I don't understand." And he said, God, he said, life can be hard sometimes. And I said, "But it gets easier with God." I said, "God will make a way." And he said, "So there's nothing I could do?" And he said, God has already given us, he said, God has already given me enough. He said, God has already given me enough. He said, God has already given me enough to make it through. And even though it's not easy, we got to keep pushing. And we just got to know, you got to know. It's not about what it looks like. You got to know that God has already given you what you need to make it through. Not about what it feels like, because God is not an emotional God. He's faithful. He stands on His word. He holds His word above His head. He's already gone before you. You may have to find the way, but He's already given you what you need to make it through. You got this. And I said to him, "You're not alone. You got to know that God is with you. You got to know. You got to know it." God said to Joshua, "As I was with Moses, so shall I also be with you." You got to know that He's there. You just got to know that He is there and that you're not alone. And it doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter what the people say. You got to know that God, if you're walking upright, if your hands are clean, God is on your side. You got to know. You just got to know. And knowing is already half the battle. God is with you. You be encouraged and know that He's already given you what you need to make it through. You may not have all you want. You may not have all you want. There's some things I want right now. And you may feel like God has forsaken you, but He's not. He's not forsaking you. He promised He would never leave you. He promised He would not forsake you. Trust Him, stand on His word. "Lord, you said," and remind Him of His word. "This is what you said. You said you've already gone before me and made it all right. It's already all right. It's already all right. It's not about what it looks like. It has nothing to do with what it looks like, and everything to do with what God has said. Know that He loves you. He has not left you, and this too shall pass.